Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We are here for another episode of Transfer Talk, and my God, is the window heating up big time. It is really heating up now. But before we get into all of the details, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you're watching on Twitter, come join us on YouTube and get involved in the chat because I love hearing from you. I love talking to you. So yeah. Let's do this. A few comments already in. Ian saying, I thought Liverpool wanted Mbappe. Now backtracking already. Just in case anyone wasn't aware, I'm not actually a journalist. I am a content creator on YouTube. All the information I get, I have sourced that from the internet, which is public viewing to anyone, and we just report on it and give our views. I actually think Liverpool would want Mbappe. Who wouldn't want Mbappe? But we just report on what other people are reporting. Unless I've got exclusive or interview with a journalist, it's not coming from me, is it? So nice try. The transfer market is hotting up already. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. That is for sure. And Footy Live knows his stuff, just in case anyone didn't realise. He does know his stuff. It could heat up hotter than the sun, but Liverpool still won't have any interest in Mbappe. Are you trying to tell me Liverpool wouldn't want Mbappe? I'm just going to move on from that one. That's one hell of a killer intro. Thank you. As of yet, no, but a deal is close. That's on the 17-year-old Ghanaian midfielder. Sky, watch out. Big up to Joe X. Obviously, could be losing his manager by the end of the day. Yes, Niall, it's Reese, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. No probs. Ancelotti is a snake. Oh, that's going to be a hard one. 60% Mbappe signs. That's going to haunt you. So, firstly, I didn't know that we weren't allowed to give our own opinions and our own views. And also, is 60% 100%? No, it isn't. So that means there's a 60% chance for it happening, 40% chance it doesn't happen. So I don't know what you're trying to get at, mate. I really don't. But I do appreciate the comments. But what are we going to be talking about today? Plenty is what we're going to be talking about today. We're starting off with Liverpool closing on Patson Daka. That is a story that sort of he's been rumoured for quite some time, but Liverpool looking like they're closing in on Patson Daka. Liverpool also lining up a bid for Raphinia, which would be a shout. I mean, be a lot cheaper than Mbappe, but look, will this happen? I don't know. I'm not a journalist. I just report on the stuff that is out there. Chelsea wanting Hakimi. Interesting one there. We'll get your thoughts on that one as well. And the big news that Real Madrid are in advanced talks with Carlo Ancelotti, which would be disastrous for Everton. Bringing in Rodriguez, bringing in all of these top players, and now they could be losing their manager to Real Madrid, which coincidentally leads on to this one, which is Arsenal are to miss out on the Martin Odegaard deal because Zidane didn't rate Odegaard. Will Carlo Ancelotti, who looks to be the new Everton manager, will he rate Martin Odegaard more than Zidane? Which means big news. Arsenal, this is going to be a tough one for them to swallow. A very tough one indeed. We'll get to some comments and then we'll go through what I know and what I have seen. Big up to Chris in the chat, who actually rejected the Spurs job earlier today. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know what I want. Ian is a Liverpool fan. We do want Mbappe. FSG do not want Mbappe. I bet FSG do want Mbappe. They're just not willing to pay for Mbappe, clearly. Maybe a deal with Nike. I don't know. But FSG probably don't want to pay out. You're probably looking at a hell of a lot of money. I have said that if Ancelotti wants to leave, he loses all the respect he gained. You do not sign for a club and then say you are going to stay until trophies just to leave when a big club calls. It's Real Madrid, mate. It is Real Madrid. That's Real Madrid is a huge club. It's not just a big club. It's a huge elite club. Personally, if he wants to go, let him go. Don't want a manager like that. Oh, there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of anger. Great centre-back. Daka and Raphinia is a good mid. And I think it will be good to have him on board. Raphinia, though, not quite Mbappe, is it? Poundland strikes again. Look, Mbappe was reported out in the press. I don't know if you live under a rock, Ian, but that was reported in the press. So we decided to cover that story and give our opinions. I mean, I don't know what more you want me to say about that, really. Plenty of comments. Footy Live saying Hakimi news is just rumours. I hear that. I do hear that indeed. Look, as I keep saying, I'm not a journalist. Liverpool will buy about 5 players for 140 million. Don't know how they do it if they do. Would want Moyes, Conte or someone, but personally would take Big Dunk given a chance. Big Dunk, yes. He's a quality man, that man. Hakimi will go to PSG. Look, Hakimi will end up wherever he is. Raphinia and Daka are 2 of the signings I wanted. Daka goes to a machine. The only thing is he can do it in the league. Raphinia, good signing to challenge Salah. Not Zaha, Salah. Mind blank there. I don't want Daka, I want Kabak. Yes, this is true. Valve loves a bit of Kabak, don't you? Silly Toffee is never going to get unstuck, are they? Hakimi's agents are in negotiations with PSG over a 4-year deal. See, this is why he is better than myself. Why do Real Madrid want him back again? Because Carlo is a good manager. Is it true? It is true. I've rejected the Spurs as I thought it was the most sensible decision. You certainly wouldn't be getting any backing, would you? Daddy is saying Ancelotti to Madrid. I want you to admit that you said we were more likely to sign him than not sign him. I've already said that I said there was a 60% chance. I mean, Ian, if you're just going to carry on, mate, you can go elsewhere if you want to do that. You don't have to be on this channel. You don't have to watch it. You can go do something else. So I'm just going to ignore that comment there. I can see us getting someone big, though. I don't think Everton are just going to let Ancelotti go without a good backup. I hear that. I do hear that. He's a target for Chelsea, however, he's not a priority. This is true. This is true. Okay, doing a stream on KH No Filter Football tonight, 8:30 UK time. If you want to tune in, it's our first transfer shows. Make sure you do that, guys. At 9 PM, I'll be doing a stream here on why the hell Saka was put into Young Player of the Team or Young Player of the Season nomination over Mason Greenwood. I'm gonna let a bit of anger out there. I've been appointed Spurs manager just to talk to Reguilon's girlfriend. After that, I have left the job. It's confirmed Zinedine Zidane has been improving in his English, so he can reject Spurs. Footy Live say, oh, yep, I'll be in the comments, not busy, just away on vacation. Revolution lucky man. So let's get into the transfer news. I love talking to the people in the chats. But let's start with Daka. Liverpool are closing in on the signing of Red Bull Salzburg striker Patson Daka, a regular name among Liverpool transfer rumours. The striker was also linked to both West Ham and Tottenham. Daka's agent said earlier this year, I think it's time for a new challenge at the end of the season. That's mad. That is, I mean, it's most likely gonna happen, isn't it? It's most likely. I mean, Daka fits the Liverpool way. Young player, won't be awfully expensive. Allowed Klopp time to develop him. I mean, that's probably how it is. So yeah. Why are you getting? I'm not getting sensitive. You're just being an ass. To be brutally honest with you, you're just being a bit of an asshole. I said, yes, I think you can sign him. I also said how you could. Did I say that you were definitely going to do that? No, I did not. But have a nice day. So that's on Daka. Let's talk Raphinia. Liverpool ready to bid for Leeds forward Raphinia this summer, according to Football de Inglaterra. Klopp wants to again freshen up his attacking options, and a 32 million bid could be in the offering. Again, it does make sense. It really does make sense, doesn't it? Again, Raphinia's had a great season at Leeds. The only thing you could say is he a one season wonder? I don't think he is. I don't think he's a one season wonder. Again, it does fit this Liverpool ways. Younger, not going to cost overly too much. It fits the FSG. But does this mean that if you're signing Daka and you're going to go and sign Raphinia, does it mean that someone's going to be leaving Liverpool? As in someone's getting sold? Maybe a Mane. That could potentially be it. It could be a Mane, could be going. I'm just saying that could be an option. Although I have heard that Chelsea are after Salah. That I don't think is going to happen. Let's be real. On the Chelsea news, Ian's saying, well, ass isn't quite as bad as arsehole, so I'll take it. Let's not abuse my mods. Let's not do that. Would be a bad move. Don't do that again, or I will just time you out. But yes, Vlahovic is a player who is on the Tottenham and Liverpool's radar as a future target. And does future targets mean, like, what does that mean? None of our front four main lads are leaving being 100% confirmed. Well, who does? Because if you think about it, you do buy to sell or sell to buy. This doesn't fit into your model. You've been doing that model for quite a while. So, yeah, it's one of them that who does go then? Because someone's got to go. It doesn't fit your, unless FSG are giving you a mountain of cash. I can't. Someone has to go. It's as simple as that. I think anyway. On Hakimi, big news from transfer rumor expert Fabrizio Romano that Chelsea have joined the race for Inter Milan defender Hakimi. PSG are also very keen, and Inter are willing to sell, but only for £69 million, which is double what they paid for him last summer. As we all know, that Inter are suffering some really big, what was I going to say? Financial issues. They're in some really big financial issues. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It certainly could be one of them that something has to happen in terms of Inter because they are struggling financially. So we'll see what happens there. But please do leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Big up to everyone. Try not to abuse people in the chat. It's not nice. Niall, a future target is definition of a player that will be targeted in future windows. That's what I like to hear. I didn't know. It could be future into a window. It could be different windows. Now I know. Now I know. I love to see it. Salah and Mane are at Africa Cup of Nations this season, so we're getting two attackers. Rigi Shaku, the attackers leaving. See, that makes sense. Depends on how much you can even get for a Rigi. Really depends. And let's talk Real Madrid. Obviously, some big news coming out of Real Madrid today. I'll believe exactly who I want. Can you lot just behave? Right? If you're gonna be rude to each other and that, then I'm gonna politely just tell you to fuck off. Right? Let's try and keep it civil and be nice in the chat. Because if you're just gonna be a dick, I'd rather you weren't here. Right? Let's do that. Let's try that. Right? Try being nice to each other, and we'll see how we can do with that. Jesus Christ. Real Madrid won Ancelotti. Obviously, this one widely reported now by Sky and by a lot Oh no, this is Ian Smith's burner account. It would not surprise me. Would not surprise me at all. Real Madrid have made Ancelotti their first choice target to replace Zinedine Zidane. Getting him will come at a cost with 3 years running on his contract at Goodison Park. According to Marca, Real Madrid want Ancelotti immediately. The deal could be confirmed in the next few hours. So it's one of them. It's one of them. Footy Live saying everyone has an opinion, so I'm not going to put it against you. I come to spread news on transfers for football fans, and we hugely appreciate that. We do hugely appreciate that. Jesus Christ, do I have to? All right, I'm just going to start. I'm just going to put some people in timeout. Let's try that. I've tried being nice. Now I'm just going to time you out. So there's that one. Obviously, that then leads directly into this one, which is Arsenal to miss out on the Martin Odegaard deal. Arsenal face missing out on the permanent deal of loan signing Martin Odegaard. Zinedine Zidane stepping down as Real Madrid head coach has hampered the Gunners' chances for a permanent switch with Odegaard, expected to favour providing his worth to a new manager making a first-team breakthrough at Real Madrid over a season without European football with Arsenal is unsurprising a more attractive option. So essentially, Odegaard don't want to go to Arsenal because he's going to try and get first-team football at Real Madrid. Ah, shit. Arsenal in the mud, as they always are. The comments are a bit weird. Luckily, I've got a few mods in there. But I'm going to try this one now, and Jesus Christ, I probably will end up regretting it. I'm going to put the link into the chat. If you'd like to come on and have your say, then click the link, follow in, and come and join us. Barium trolls, they belong under the ground. I mean, to be fair, I need more admins. Mystic, I'm going to make you an admin because that would make more sense. So let's do that. Add moderator. There we go. Mystic, I've actually made you a moderator because that seems like the most sensible option right now, especially with everyone doing a madness and doing God knows what. But look, these are big up to Ryan. Is it wise to have 14-year-olds throwing their imaginary power around as mods? Oh, you've really annoyed me, so I'm going to just time you out again. I'm going to time you out. You need to calm down, Ian. You clearly have some issues right now. Now, how many subs do you need where you can get donations? That is at 1,000 as long as we have the watch hours. So quite a while to go now. But we've got Reese, we've also got Chris, and we've got Lewis. Apart from everyone having hissy fit in the chat. I swear, it's just petulant children at the moment. What do you all make of the stories we're talking about? Presuming, Reese, you're on the Pats and Daka or Raphinia chat that you're probably going to want to talk about. Or laugh at Everton, one or two. Reese doesn't want to talk about any of them. Reese is like, nah, fuck that, I ain't talking about nothing. Chris, talk to me. Talk to me about what you want to talk about. What do you want to do? Do you want to do Daka, Raphinia, or laugh at Everton?
Oh,
and I mean, I'm not laughing at Everton, but Chris is a Liverpool fan.
Oh my God, you've got a Spurs manager here.
Huh? Oh, what, you?
Yes.
When are you leaving Spurs?
No, I'm resigning today. me and Regular's girlfriend had a good time.
But Chris, talk to me. Talk to me. What do you want to? What do you want to talk about, Chris?
Let's start off with Ancelotti. That is. Mad.
Oh, and by the way, Dylan, I've made you moderator because you're always in here.
Wait, why am I not on mod?
Because you're just timeout prime.
Yeah.
If you want me to be honest, but Chris, talk to me.
Yeah, Ancelotti's just mental. Going back to Real Madrid, but don't blame him.
That could be harsh.
Yeah, but I don't blame him, though, if I'm being honest.
I hear that. I do hear that. A couple of comments here. On the way there now. We are absolutely 100% there. We've actually gained a few. We're only 25 away from 300, guys. So let's do it. You know what to do. Got plenty of shows for you coming up. We got the England squad announcement, where I'm probably going to call Southgate a dick. Like, let's be fair. Then later tonight, I'm going to go and abuse the Premier League on why they nominated Saka ahead of Greenwood for Young Player of the Year. I do like abusing these companies, and then at some point I'm going to abuse UEFA because they definitely deserve it. Dylan saying, "Don't tie me out."
Wait,
no
Mr.
ways.
Oh no, what have you done now? You've got to time me out.
Did you see the latest now?
No, I have not
the
seen
England
it.
squad?
No, I know Lingard's out.
Yes. Sky have just confirmed that Trent is set to be in the squad. So
Right, let's not. Can we not shout when someone is talking, especially when I'm wearing fucking headphones and your screen goes into my ears?
Jesus.
Gosh, I ain't seen Liverpool fans happy since they finished third.
It's utterly crazy.
I just said
Utterly
okay.
crazy. But we'll get into more of that later in the thing. To be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if Sky are just being dickheads, to be frankly honest with you. But Reese, talk to me. What do you want to talk about? Daka, Raphinia? What's your thought?
I'll go from. I'll get more positive as we go on. So I'll do Raphinia last. Seeing as he's top tier. I'll get onto my thoughts on him. But
Right.
yeah, with Daka, it's a weird one because obviously he's evidently from his goal tallies, he's a natural finisher. He's a goal scorer. He's 21. He's quick. He's got a little bit about him. He's sort of he is very FSG-esque in terms of the signing.
Yeah.
However, I don't think he fits our system at all.
There's a but. There's
and
always
that's because he seems very sort of like he's like a much more experienced and much more a better player than how Ryan Brewster was in terms of he's very lean and he hasn't got much in terms of build-up play and in terms of like he's not going to dribble out of a lot of chances in terms of obviously Premier League defenders, they close down quick compared to obviously the Austrian league. So it's a weird one. I don't think he can really play on the wings, maybe as an inside forward off the left, but I don't think he really would do the same job as someone like Sadio Mane. So it's a weird one, depending on obviously the price. I can't remember what was it, like 25 maybe?
25 euros, 70 million pounds. That's
So-
70 million pounds.
I think we can probably use it elsewhere, in the same position, in attack obviously, but I just don't think he really suits us right now unless we're going to go to a 4-2-3-1 because he's not a false nine, is he?
No.
And then going on to Raphinia, I'm very, very happy if we are interested in him. He can play on the right and the left. Obviously, he's done really well in this year in the Premier League, and he's just something completely different. He's one of those players that just he's honestly been one of my favourite players to watch this whole season. And I've wanted him for probably a good 4 or 5 months now. If we can get him for 40-45 million, maybe less. I think I saw the fee was like 32 million. I don't know if that was euros or pounds. But yeah, if we can tempt them and maybe we can give them someone like Harvey Elliott on loan, obviously get him experience at a good level Premier League side, a team that are going to be attacking all the time. It could be really fruitful for both parties. But yeah, I'd really, really like Raphinia.
I hear that. Velvishwan is trying to get timed out by my new mods. Velvishwan, stop! Stop trying to annoy my mods. If Trent don't get in, then Southgate should be exiled. I said
I'm
stronger
pretty sure
yesterday,
Trent will
but
be in now.
he has to, doesn't he? He has to. Oh my! Wow. Okay, guys. This is from the Athletic.
Oh god.
Steven Gerrard is in the frame for the Everton job. Just
Oh yeah,
chucking it.
no, that was
No,
yeah.
no,
No. No.
no.
I mean,
I thought
that
he was
would
an
be
Everton
bad.
fan.
That's
No,
probably
that's
less
Carragher.
likely than
No,
us
that's
winning the
Carragher.
Euros.
Chris, what do you make of that? Steven Gerrard for Everton.
It's not happening.
Everyone's like, yeah, that one. And just in case Ian is watching whilst he's been exiled out of here, I'm not saying that is me saying that. I'm saying the Athletic is saying that.
We got Burnley
Derek
account
saying,
somewhere.
They might want
Always
him, but there's
been
no
Everton
chance he would
fan,
want
either.
them.
Said he
I'm
was an
making
Everton
no
fan.
comment. Wait, that's Carragher,
That was Carragher.
100%. But Velvishwan, we've already had recent Chris. Actually, Chris, talk to me about Daka quickly, or do you want to talk Raphinia?
I'll talk about Daka. I think Reece
Go for
makes a good point about him.
Yep.
But we don't know until if he does come, then we'll probably need a style to suit him. But I just don't. But I do think it's better than Divock Origi. Let's be honest, we do need a replacement for him. But I don't think Patton Daka will want to be on the
Can
bench.
I just say, I think my left bollock is better than Divock Origi.
Well, you're not gonna
Really works on that,
like
to be
what I'm
fair.
gonna say, Chris.
But yeah, if he comes, he comes. But I know West Ham are interested as well in Daka.
As our Tottenham.
I say it will suit West Ham better.
Yeah.
Because I think they do need someone for Antonio, because Antonio can't do it on his own up front.
Or he could be a Harry Kane replacement, couldn't he? That'd be quite amusing. Losing Harry Kane and bringing in Patson Daka. But Velv, talk to me. What do you want to talk about? Actually, talk to me about Ancelotti and Real Madrid. I want to hear that one.
You're laughable. Like, why would you go to a shit club like Everton with Dominic Calvert-Lewin up top, with Pickford in nets? I don't know, with a Grandad at right back. So, what are you going to expect, Ancelotti? Like,
He's going to Real Madrid. That's the question.
You literally destroyed his perfect record of not finishing below 6 until he joins Everton. He's like, yeah, don't worry, we'll finish below Mikel Arteta. Why not?
I reckon he just
Exactly.
went there to keep himself relevant, to be honest. Because after
Yeah.
it was after Bayern, he had a little time off, didn't he? I think that was his.
No, he was at
no.
Napoli. He was
Was it?
doing well with it.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's like no other clubs really had an opening at that time in terms of big clubs. So obviously Zidane was still at Madrid at the time. We've obviously got Klopp. City had Pep. I think Poch at the time was still at Spurs. So I think he probably just went to a club that he knew that he could do something with. Obviously, if he won anything or got Champions League or whatever, then brilliant. But he just showed that, he's managing still at a top level.
Could have gone to
us.
us. Not Arsenal.
Oh, to Arsenal. Oh. I don't know. Maybe he thought that at Arsenal, because the thing is, with Everton, the only way is up. Whereas at the moment, the only way is down for Arsenal. Because you can't, with Everton, they'll take anything. Like, they thought they were winning the league in November.
It's okay. We'll get into Arsenal in a second, because this actually upsets them a bit. Duex saying Steven Gerrard pitching in Everton gear at young blue young trophies don't change the roots.
I saw about that earlier, and that's actually because he said it. I think it might have been in his book or an interview with Carragher. That was a tournament thing when he was a kid. Basically, it was swapped annually between Goodison and Anfield. And if you won it at Anfield, which he obviously did. No, sorry, he won it at Goodison. They basically they gave you a new kit, and you had to get a picture in it at Goodison. So that's the history behind that.
During that interview, did Jamie Carragher spit at a young girl?
Pardon?
Oh my!
During that interview, did Carragher spit at a young girl?
Yes, he did.
He's a disgrace. Ollie needs 4 more great signings to challenge. Man said Dominic Calvert-Lewin like he isn't better than a striker that Liverpool employed.
I mean,
Look,
I would take Origi over Calvert-Lewin. I can't lie.
I'm not getting involved in this debate. Trent's in the squad, lads. Any news on Paddy Bamford though? Still waiting to hear something
I'm not.
about that.
We're not going to celebrate.
One minute,
this.
guys. Going through the comments. Owen, Paddy isn't even in the provisional. I say he won't be going. I do apologise if you wanted Bamford in there. Tom Heaton already signed. 21 is coming home. I love the optimism. I mean, Tom Heaton is really going to change the impact of goalkeepers at United. Bamford isn't in OM. Wolf saying, Dylan, I said great signings. They're loving Tom Heaton. They are loving Tom Heaton. By the way, every time a new season starts, Arsenal win their first game and say they could challenge for a title. Yeah,
I mean, they're currently top of the league, Arsenal.
They were top of the league after that 3-0 win against Fulham and a Willian man of the match performance.
Fabrizio confirmed that Arsenal interested in Onana. Yeah. They may very well be interested.
I don't understand why. Isn't he still banned?
I think so.
He's appealing it.
And Joe saying, we are shit, but you cannot put Calvert-Lewin and Pickford in the same category. That should actually be illegal. I do agree with that, because Pickford is on a different level of shit. And he's our number 1 goalkeeper for the Euros. Yes, boys! Fucking love it. It's coming. It's coming. Jesus.
Oh, wait. Pickford can't reach it.
Arsenal is interested in everyone. They are. And big up to RJ. Obviously, RJ is currently unemployed for next month because there's no United show. So RJ's found himself unemployed for the summer. It's okay. I'm sure we can come up with something. Maybe he can do that Let's Talk porn with Matt or something. God knows what. But back to the football. Let's talk about Martin Odegaard. Arsenal.
I didn't even answer. No, Patson Daka.
Oh, did you not? Talk to me about Patson Daka, and then I want to bully Arsenal for a little bit.
I'm sorry, Chris, but I had to say this. Patson Daka ain't better than Origi. Patson Daka ain't it. Like
what? He's better than Origi.
No, I don't think so.
He's better than Aubameyang, but he's not better than Aubameyang. Well, he's better than Aubameyang, like I said. He's better than Origi.
Guys, let Velvishwan land. Jeez.
Here's the thing. Yes, he's putting good numbers in the the Austrian league, but look at him in European competition. He's done nothing. I don't even think he has even scored 2 seasons for Europe. This is why people say, he could be look at Haaland, he came from Austrian league. No, Haaland was doing it in European competition. Patson Daka wasn't. This is why I won't go for him. The other striker I want is either Haaland, but we're not going to get him, or Dusan Vlahovic or Florentino. Both around a similar age, and Vlahovic's got 21 goals in Serie A for 21-year-old striker. That's the person I would go for, not for Patson Daka. And for the Raphinia, I want Raphinia at Liverpool. If it's not Pedro Neto, it's Raphinia.
That's fair. Now, who wants to talk to me about Arsenal and Martin Odegaard?
Well, speaking of Arsenal, I just got something from Romano on Arsenal.
No. I don't know if people. I don't. I've been doing these shows for long enough. You know the damn rules. Talk to me about what we're talking about. So, if you want to talk... but if you want to talk Arsenal, the news we're talking about today is Arsenal missing out on Martin Odegaard. That's what we're talking about.
Aaron, is it D or no?
It is, yes.
I already said that. Hey, Aaron's in the mud.
And also, Schneider's not coming back. Schneider's not coming back. It's impossible, apparently.
Who?
Apparently, Romano also said it's impossible to bring Wohan Szczesny back. No chance.
But Aaron, talk to me about Arsenal missing out on Odegaard. What I've got is Arsenal face missing out on permanent deal. Bologna signing Martin Odegaard. Zidane stepping down as Real Madrid head coach has hampered the Gunners' chances for a permanent switch, with Odegaard expected to favour providing his worth to a new manager, making a first-team breakthrough at Real Madrid over a season without European football with Arsenal is unsurprisingly a more attractive option. So talk to me about it.
Arsenal's in the mud. Arsenal's in the mud. Yeah, man. This is Arsenal at their finest, missing out on Odegaard because he'd rather stay at a financially ruined Real Madrid. Yeah, this is the height of hypocrisy for Arsenal. Yeah, I think that Odegaard will get his chance at Real Madrid if the rumours are true that Ancelotti is going to be the manager. I do sense it will be a brand new project over there. So I think Odegaard will be a part of that. Odegaard will be a part of that project, and Arsenal's going to replace him with a 29-year-old from the Championship. But no, I think Odegaard's going to get his chance in the Madrid squad. But for Arsenal, they're in the mud.
They got what's his name, Smith Rowe.
He can do a job.
I doubt that, but they have got him. I don't want to be.
But if Smith Rowe and Saka can save their careers,
Smith Rowe is a bit shit.
Smith Rowe still needs to leave. I think Smith Rowe would do very well in a Wolves team or something like that, or Saka.
No, not
Wolves play shit football. At least on the Nuno.
And now Everton might be getting Nuno.
No. Smith Rowe suits for Burnley. He should go to Burnley.
Everton.
Imagine him supply for Chris Wood.
Imagine that, Everton and bloody Nuno. Crikey,
well, that's what's been said. That apparently Conte's in the running for Spurs job. Ancelotti, Real Madrid. Nuno for Everton.
Conte wouldn't go to Spurs. Cause the whole reason he's leaving Inter and the reason he left Chelsea was because once he won something, he wants to keep building. He wants money. He wants to improve. He wants to improve. But obviously at Chelsea, Abramovich wasn't willing to put in the funds because they were still at a good level. And then also Inter, they're now having to sell players.
If
so
Conte
obviously he's left because he wants to basically just become like the god team, which is fair enough. But he's like extremely strict about it, and that there's no way he would go to Spurs because they don't have the funds.
I've even heard some people saying Conte or Zidane to Everton instead of Nuno, and then Nuno to Tottenham.
Right, Aaron is getting. Aaron is getting his sources from his kitchen cupboards today. That's what I'm seeing. I'm learning Spanish, so we can do El Español. Well, I'm not Spanish. The Spanish show. Okay, so RJ's going to do the Spanish show. So he's found a new job on the channel for a month. Dylan has got a new profile picture. I think that's the treble. Viva España, Amigo RJ, A La Madrid, CC Mystic.
RJ, that's wrong. You're shit at Spanish, RJ.
He's only just learning, Velv. Wolves under a new manager, yes. Every time I feel down, I just remember I'm not an Arsenal fan, then I feel better. I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that. No one is going to Spurs. Eddie King will be the new head coach.
What?
That makes a lot of sense, to be fair. Spurs is dying out. Sad to see. Make sure you tune in on Saturday at 11:30 at night, not in the morning. Jeez, that'll be a sight for sore eyes for you guys on this channel. Because we're going to be doing a late night Let's Talk, and we're going to be discussing who is the biggest and best team in England, both domestically and European. So one for just domestic and one for European. Some clubs are going to be in the mud, and I'm not going to say which clubs, but there's a couple of clubs in the mud. Chelsea are bigger than Arsenal now. We'll wait and see. But what else? Daniel, talk to me about Hakimi. You're a Chelsea fan. Talk to me about Hakimi.
I want him, but he's not going to come to Chelsea.
Do you want to elaborate further on that?
Because I think he'll go PSG.
Ooh.
Why do you think he'll pick PSG over Chelsea?
I don't think Tuchel wants him. He wants someone else.
Love it. Love it. Lewis, what do you want to talk about?
Let's go.
Daka, Raphinia, Hakimi, Ancelotti, or Odegaard? Huh?
Raphinia and Liverpool.
Raphinia. Talk to me about Raphinia then.
He's a good player, and yes, he's great for Leeds, and yes, of course he will want to go to Liverpool. Should the bid get accepted and all that. But he won't start because they have Salah and Mane, and well, the only time he'll start for them is if Salah or Mane is injured. But on Mane's side they have Jota, and then they have like Shaqiri at best, but it seems like Shaqiri's moving out. Or when they're on African Cup of Nations, but
do you not think that Raphinia this season would be starting over Mane, because Mane was really bad?
Yeah, but does Raphinia play left mid?
He does, but the thing with Raphinia, he's a complete different player to Mane. Raphinha's more of a creative.
He's more similar to Sancho than anything. He's like a cheap Sancho.
Yeah.
He's a creator. He's not a he's not a natural goal scorer.
It's one of them. There has been some actual new news though. Lanzi saying Moyes has signed a new contract.
I saw that he was one of the favourites for Everton. To be fair,
3 deal till 2024. So obviously he has
out to the picture.
And he's one of the 5 that's in the manager of the season nominations as well. So well done to David Moyes.
Are you really honestly surprised about that?
No, I think he should win it.
Good. But yeah, carry on, Mace.
I was just going to say, with that the manager of the year thing, is it controversial that maybe Klopp should be in there instead of Brendan Rodgers because we got top 4 with the squad that we did in the end?
The reason is because Jurgen Klopp is half the reason why you had to mount a comeback.
And Rodgers won a trophy.
Because if you think about it, but that's precisely why he shouldn't get manager of the year. Because if he had done that sooner, you wouldn't have had to make the comeback. He made your midfield weaker to try and strengthen your defence, which was barbaric. Yes,
but from what we all saw from Reece Williams and Nat Phillips, they're clearly not good enough, and so it doesn't surprise me that he didn't.
But to take out your engine, right? That's the equivalent of taking out. Yeah, but that's the equivalent of taking out your engine to go get a new paint job on your car. Made no sense on fixing it. That's like taking out the engine to fix the gearbox. Well, brilliant. You've now got all your gears, but guess what? Your engine is no longer there. So it made no sense what he did. Instead of going to get the cheap, instead of getting a cheap replacement
decision making.
Instead of getting a cheap replacement gearbox, what he did was he went and just took out his engine to then put that in the gear. Made no sense. So that's why he shouldn't be in there. He made a lot of errors.
Is it fair that Brendan Rodgers is though after he?
Frankly, honest, I couldn't really care about who it is, but it definitely shouldn't be Klopp. That is 100% shouldn't.
Still ain't got over him bottling the league.
Huh? Still
ain't got over Rodgers bottling the league.
Look, for me, it shouldn't. Klopp should be nowhere near it. For me personally, that's my view on it, and that's the beautiful thing about this channel is everyone can have a different view. And that's why we let RJ on here.
No, Klopp is not winning it. He doesn't deserve it.
Talking of RJ, what do you want to talk about?
I mean, like I could say a lot of things. There's a lot of news between United.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I might have to do 2 shows of these a freaking day at this rate.
Yeah, I know you should. But no, can you name some of the transfers that are happening at the moment?
So we've got Liverpool closing in on Patson Daka, Liverpool to line up a bid for Raphinia, Chelsea wanting Hakimi, Real Madrid wanting Ancelotti, and Arsenal to miss out on Odegaard.
I mean, right. So I'll start off with Arsenal because they're the banter club. You might as well get them over and done with. Look, I mean, I don't expect Odegaard to stay at Arsenal. I mean, look, he's going to get a bit more game time, but I do think the fact that Zidane is leaving, I do think that's his opportunity to kind of be a big player now for Real Madrid. Whoever comes in now in the summer, it really does depend. When it comes to Ancelotti, then.
Can I just quickly pause you? Yes, the transfer window does open June 8th. Carry on, RJ.
Okay. No, but for Angelo, I don't think he should go to Real Madrid, if I'm really honest. I mean, at
Really?
Everton, because at Everton, he has a little project going on, right? He has talented players like, you can say talented, say Richarlison, Godfrey, Rodriguez on his good day. Jimmy,
I agree with the Godfrey bit. I don't know if I completely agree with Charles.
No, he has a project right there that he's trying to do. He's trying to get Everton to the highest levels, and I think he has the capabilities of doing that if he gets backed correctly. And so far, he has been all right. Now, do I think he should go? No, because he's going to restart over this project. Sure, he might have a bit more money to spend, but at the end of the day, I think he'd prefer Everton just because of the expectations. They're a lot lower. And even if it doesn't go well for him, he's not the one to be blamed. So I think that's fair. For Liverpool, I mean, I swear Tom was crying one time when they were trying to sign Daka or something like that. One of the Liverpool fans was very unhappy that they were going to get Daka because, for me, I don't really pay attention to...
Looking at it right now, I don't want it.
Okay, it probably was you, Valentine. I don't know. It was one of you. I was very upset that you're getting Daka. And I mean, I don't really blame you. I mean, look, when you're playing for the Austrian League, I mean, let's be real. I could probably score 20 goals in the Austrian League if I wanted to, if I actually tried. All right, it's that easy. Sure, Erling Haaland.
That's false.
Okay, mate. Good luck with that. But no. Look, in general, it's not a league where you should be saying, "Oh, this player's so good." That's why people overhyped Haaland, in my opinion, because he's not good. Anywho, the other signing was Raphinia. Look, I think that'd be actually a really good sign for Liverpool. I know they were rumored to him for quite a while. I know Sonny was a big fan of him. To be fair, I know you don't know who that is now. In general, exactly. I do think it'd be a great sign for Liverpool in general. He is very talented. He is going from Bielsa to Klopp, which is a good transition. Obviously, people under Bielsa have a really good cardio thanks to his fucking murder football training sessions that he has. But no, overall, it's pretty good, to be fair, for some of those clubs, except for Arsenal.
I hear that. God, what have we got? RJ said Haaland isn't good. Did you just say that?
Listen. If you don't give him the ball, what does he fucking do? What does he offer?
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you completely, but he is a good player. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying because it's something that I have said myself on different channels and I believe on here. I don't think Haaland is as good as everyone makes out.
Yes.
He's still learning. He's not world class yet.
No.
Lanzy's coming with you. Lanzy's saying RG says a lot.
Lanzy, chill out. Look, you're looking to come back and get what he deserves. But look, one thing about look, if you saw him in that Man City game,
RJ's triggered.
He was dog shit, lads, because they cut off the transfer.
He did knock out Man City. He's getting annoyed.
No, listen, he was dog shit in that game. He plays for second best team in Germany. Yeah. I want to see what he does in another league because
I don't even think they are the second best team in Germany, really.
What?
I
don't think they. Not anymore because their manager's gone. Their best centre back is gone. Well, their best right back as well is gone now. So, I mean, you can't even say they're any good anymore.
A comment here. The Mystic Wolf saying, "Ollie, I want Kane, Sancho, Rice, Koundé, Woodward, Tom Heaton, and Team Viewer sponsorship." Ollie says something. Ed Woodward hears completely something different. 8th or 9th. The battle transfer window. I think it opens on the 8th. But yeah.
I heard. Can I just say one transfer story that actually will have? It makes one person happy, and that is Dom.
Right.
Apparently, if Kane leaves Spurs, right, The replacement that they want to go for is Martial.
Oh, Martial, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
That-
I am thinking.
big
I'm slowly working out in my head when if I'm going to do 2 of these transfer shows, because it is now really picking up. So I might try and spread this
it's a bit
over
fun as well. It's a bit of crack as well. So the viewers
over
actually
2 things. So
Good
I need to. I'm having to think. It'll probably be Monday to Thursdays at 9 or something like that. I'll work it out and I'll follow our Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, to make sure you're updated with when we're doing all of that. Dylan saying I made a bad review on TeamViewer's website and they emailed me back complaining about the review. Tom Brady stole our Sancho money last year, no doubt. I hear that.
100%.
But let's go round everyone for their last thoughts, because believe it or not, I do have to run away relatively on time because we've got a sort of England squad announcement to process. Big news coming out into that as well. Big news. Southgate has lost his bollocks by the looks of it. But RG, I'll come to your last because you've just given us an overview on everything really. Chris, give me your last overview. What's your final thoughts on what we've spoken about?
I'm surprised Ancelotti's gone back to Real Madrid, because on that, you saw what happened with Zidane in his second spell at Real Madrid, and I just feel, for me, this would be a bold statement. Ancelotti will be done by the end of next year.
Wow.
Because I think he'd be a stopgap manager, and I think Real Madrid. I just think Real Madrid will look for a younger manager to take over from Ancelotti. Even if Ancelotti wins the league and Champions League, I still think he won't be at Real Madrid at the end of this year.
Chris is clearly very angry at Ancelotti. I'm joking, Chris. I'm joking. Reese, give me your final thoughts on what we've spoken about today.
Yeah, the transfers obviously hotting up. Not too sure what to think about our business. Obviously, just kind of seems like rumours at the moment. No solid bids or really anything from like Fabrizio, which is kind of disappointing. But yeah, who was it? Ancelotti obviously making a brilliant move, leaving the scum of the earth. Yeah, it'll just be interesting to kind of see what happens from here, because at the moment it doesn't seem like there's many bids exactly just being put in as kind of rumours, isn't it, everywhere?
I hear that. I do hear that. Aaron, final thoughts.
Arsenal's in the mud. Everton need a complete and utter look into a quote unquote big name to replace Ancelotti, but according to Liverpool fans, you don't know how big it could be. Spurs are in the mud. Spurs are bottle job wankers. Man City's frauds.
Wow,
Manchester United need new owners. Arsenal are shit. Liverpool need a new defence unless their old defence gets back in from injury.
Doncaster are frauds.
Southgate's a prick. Even if Trent Alexander-Arnold might be in the squad, he's still a prick. And let's just see. I think a lot of stuff will come out very early on before the official opening of the transfer window. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just hoping we can get our business done in a couple of weeks. But Southgate's a wanker.
I hear that. Reese, did I go to? Yeah, you've had yours.
Wait.
Velversram. One minute. Velversram, final thoughts.
Everton or shit. That's it.
Excellent. Always trust Velversram to say something productive and constructive. And Daniel, what have Sky just said?
Nuno's the favourite for Palace.
Cool.
He's not even negotiating with him.
And final thoughts.
Nuno's been negotiating with Palace for 3 days.
Right. And final thoughts on what we've spoken about.
Arsenal are officially a mid-table club. They're worse than Leeds.
Hey.
Liverpool need to sort their ideas up, because I want them to finish up with Man United next season.
Right.
Hopefully Tuchel gets his signings if he wants them.
Cool. we're going to leave it there, guys. A big thanks to everyone that's tuned in today. And please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're only 25 away from 300. Let's do this. Let's do this. You know what to do in terms of I'm gonna just mute you because I'm talking. How rude. But we'll be back in about 33 minutes with the build up to the England squad announcement that is going to be released at 8 p.m. No, 5 p.m. I do apologize. 5 p.m. is when that's announced. So we'll be back here. Link will be in the chat if anyone wants to come on and react and give their thoughts. And then at 9 o'clock tonight, I'm going to be abusing the Premier League on why Saka got over Young Player of the Season nomination over Mason Greenwood. Even though Mason Greenwood played less minutes and performed better than Saka. That's all I'll say. Oh dear me. I'll see that in a second. But Chris, where can they find you? Chris, are you there? To Christopher.
I think he's disappeared like Carlisle's season.
You can find Chris at. You can find Chris at ChrisWelch96 on Twitter, and his YouTube channel is Chris Welch. Welch, one or two. Lewis, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Post Sports, which I have uploaded my thoughts on the Brentford v Swansea playoff final. If you want to go check that out, you can. And you can find me on Twitter at LewisPlay160.
I hear that. Aaron, where can they find you?
Well, if I'm not with my girlfriend, then I'm on Twitter at Aaron_Challoner on Twitter, on the road to a K. And you also find me on YouTube, Forever Football DRSC, with the latest Donny content. We've got Euros content, we've got Olympics football content coming up in July. It's all going down, and hopefully we get a couple of signs through the door in the next few weeks.
I hear that. People, Reese, where can they find you?
Over on Twitter at LFC_Reese. Over on TikTok, Reese_JB. And also I might dabble into some Euros content as well on YouTube, RJB TV.
Perfect. And Reese would also like to know what's the best chippy in Manchester, if anyone can help him out. And
I've already been there, actually.
Unbelievable.
Got me chippy out of it.
Unbelievable. And Daniel, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at CCDanielMTG with 2 stars because we won the Champions League for the second time.
Perfect.
6 times.
And
you
saying, Aaron, fantastic options, real, honest, and brutal. Valve can be found in your nearest garbage dump. But look, we're going to end it there. Big thanks to absolutely everyone that's been watching. We'll be back at 4:30 with the squad announcement. Trent looking like he might get in, but we'll discuss more of that when the time comes. As I said, link will be in the chat if you want to get involved then. But as I say, big thanks to everyone watching. We'll be back in a bit. Until then, have a good day.
Honestly, try